Yes, sir. DJ Focus, Dice Gamble. You tap back into the fix right here on Holy Culture Radio. We still have the super talented, legendary Jackie O on the line with us. So, Jackie, I definitely want to hear. Has there ever been a moment to where you kind of had to put out a fire or like a crisis amongst one of your artists? Come on, talk to us. Yeah. Come on, you know we was going there. Come on now. Like, yeah, I can just imagine, the phone calls in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? So talk to us on how your process of putting out that fire or that crisis.
I have had some fires, some crises. Focus, you know about a couple of them.
Don't mention my name, Jackie.
Yeah, we didn't do it. We didn't do it.
We didn't do it.
We didn't do it. We have been kind. We have been kind to you.
Yeah, let me say that, earlier I was talking about relationships, and relationships are important in even putting out the fire. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you can have someone who you can call and say, hey, Focus, this is what's going on. Let me give you the skinny. This is what's going on. I need for him to talk to those 4 or 5 million people about what just happened, so that he has a voice to fix the problem. I find that, I've had a couple of crises. We've had artists who have done inappropriate things who you didn't expect. We have had a situation where a national interview went wrong, and what the person said was totally, or what they said or what they didn't say was completely misconstrued. And in those cases, that's where those relationships work. I can either put out a press release and send it out to everybody, or I can choose a key people, to call and say, hey, listen, this is what's going on. And those relationships are so important, because if you treated that person badly, then when you meet them in the time of the crisis, they're going to say, good luck, let me know how that works out for you. But when you have good relationships as a publicist, you can call people and say, hey, this is what's going on. You don't have to tell them what to do, but you can say, this is what's going on. This is the situation. I want him to come on your airs to talk about it. Mm-hmm. And depending on that relationship, the person will go, yeah, girl, come on, bring him on. We love to do that. My experience as a media trainer helps there, because then I can coach the person through how to communicate what they would want to say. Because again, I don't like to make a person lie, mm-hmm. or misrepresent themselves. What I choose to do is say, hey, what is it that happened? What do you want to say about it? What's your response to it? And then help coach them through how to say it. Mm-hmm. And then I find my friends, in the media and say, hey, we'd love to give you the first opportunity for him to talk about this, or her to talk about mm-hmm. this, because it's happened, mm-hmm. it's out there. But if they can talk to a friendly voice, that's why people choose and select people like Oprah, and say, okay, because we know that when they go on Oprah, she's not going to judge, she's not going to attack, she's going to sit and give them the space to speak, Mm-hmm. So that's another thing about being a publicist is, you asked earlier, one of the skill sets, another skill set is strategy, mm-hmm. knowing how to be strategic, not just doing things, but being strategic about where you're placing your artists and why, mm-hmm. which goes back to the marketing. Who is that audience? Who are they speaking to? When they speak to Holy Culture, who are they speaking to? Mm-hmm. Or if it's not a CHH artist and I'm bringing them to Holy Culture, how can I take their secular voice and make mm-hmm. it fit into what Holy Culture is talking about? Maybe I'm having them talk about, early days singing in the church before they went secular. Maybe I'm having them talk about being a preacher's kid, that no one knew they were a preacher's kid, and the challenges that they face now doing secular music, but they're a pastor's child. Those are conversations which you can have on the platform. So understanding who the platform is, understanding the audience, and then tailoring that conversation around the outlet that you're speaking to. So that same thing happens in crisis communication, understanding who you're talking to, understanding who the audience is, and then tailoring the fix. Did I use that word? The fix.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you for the plug.
Mm-hmm.
tailoring the fix around that audience.